Jamie asked me if I could also talk a little bit about why I write the books that I do. Now, in this interview, I've talked a little bit about the Hidden Masterpiece series and the first two books that I've published with HarperCollins Christian Publishing. And I am working on something new. It is still historical, so for those of you who do love to read historical fiction, that's the space that I really want to stay in, at least for right now. However, I'm shifting a little bit from writing about World War II to writing about 1920s America. So these books will focus on jazz age entertainers. The first book, which I'm writing right now, in fact, as soon as I get finished with this interview, I'm going to go write on my book. That book is focusing on John and Mabel Ringling and on the early circus in 1920s America. The second book in the series will focus on Bess and Harry Houdini and vaudeville and that entertainment circuit in 1920s America. So if you know anything about the 1920s, you may know that that was a really pivotal time in our country's history, right on the wings of World War I, and the world, not just America, but the world was really changing. So many things happening. You can think of Prohibition, which occurred in 1920, and then women had the right to vote. And so a lot of the roles in society and culture were changing. There were so many changes and advancements in industry and technology and in medicine and in science, and all of these things are coming together at this time in history where our country was really prospering. And you would find that there were a lot of people who had lived a more rural lifestyle were now, it wasn't like a mass exodus, but they were transitioning from life in rural America to now moving into the cities, and women were finding careers and finding jobs, and there was so much of a focus on this prosperity and this industry, and we were becoming more of a consumer culture. Really, for the first time in our country's history, we were transitioning over to being this consumer culture. And so you think of all of that and all of that focus on industry and all of this focus on advancement that we had, and there was some extra money to go around, and so there was this focus on entertainment, motion pictures were, and especially talkies, and the sound and motion pictures and the entertainment industry was really revving up. And we found that in research that even more people had the opportunity to spend money and time and effort in entertainment. And so you think of all those things happening in the world, and at the same time the circus comes in, and the circus, and then in vaudeville as well, you had these entertainment acts that would come in from just all over the world, and the Ringlings brought in some of the best acts that were out there. And so you would have all of these professional entertainers of different belief systems, different ethnicities, different religions, different backgrounds, all coming together in this hub of this nomadic lifestyle and the circus, and traveling around again to some of these more rural areas who may have had some of those more traditional values still coming into some of the cities. But that really gives me an opportunity as an author to continue to do what I like to do, which is to dig deep into research and to focus on these stories, these faith stories of hope and redemption in some very difficult places. And so I have the opportunity with this book. I'm super excited about it. I have the opportunity to write this really eclectic cast of secondary characters, and for the first time in my professional writing career, I have the opportunity to also focus on someone who really lived. So to focus on John and Mabel Ringling and some of these characters, and actually learn who they were as people and the things that they did, and how the circus really was such an important thing in their lives. And so I'll take you on a journey. Hopefully I'll take you on a journey with these characters, and I'm working on that right now. So and if you have the opportunity, I encourage you to stop by KristyCambron.com or stop by my new YouTube channel. Just look up Kristy Cambron. And I have a recent research trip that I went on actually just on Sunday, and it's Tuesday here, so just a couple of days later, but I just pulled together some video yesterday for that first research trip. And I'm planning another research trip to the Ringling Museum. Hopefully in the next month or so, I will have some footage from the Katazan Mansion and the Circus Museum, the Ringling Museum that is there in Sarasota, Florida. So I urge you to stop by. Please stop by my social media channels, either on Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest. That's really me out there. So if you want to say hi, just drop by and I will look forward to seeing you. So thank you, Jamie, for having me on the blog today. It's been a lot of fun. And I hope wherever you are today that outside your window is just as sunny and gorgeous as it is here in southern Indiana. So thanks, everyone. Bye.